Hello everybody, this is Pat Walker, Mission Winners, doing a video overview of the ETFs. Why do we look at the ETFs? It's really quite simple. Leading groups produce leading stocks, and leading stocks produce leading groups. By looking at the ETFs, we get a really good frame up of what industries are strong. That can help focus on stocks that could potentially lead or continue leading. And it also helps us avoid stuff that's not doing well. So let's move on here. In the upper left-hand corner, you get the name of it, US Robotics, okay, or Robotics. Is picking up, had a little base breakout right here on a pickup in volume, and it's trending. What does that say to us? Well, maybe looking at some robotic stocks. You can punch up BOTZ and find out what their top 10 holdings are. There you go. Continue on with cloud computing. Yeah, we're involved in semiconductors, we're involved in software, and this is working. There you go, and it's trending. It's a little bit extended, which is another very important point. Don't chase indices, don't chase stocks that are extended. But this is leading, and that's good. It's good to know. Continue onwards. Dow Jones Industrial Average, DDM. Leverage shows the Dow's acting okay. Diamonds, non-leverage, shows the diamonds or the Dow's acting okay. As I stated on the leverage or the non-leverage, IBD 50 is picking up just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's starting to improve, and that's good to see. This one focuses on MAXLIST stocks. How do I know that? Gosh, I put a note on it. By the way, that's really important. Put notes on your charts. It'll help keep you organized. This is telling you the MAXLIST stocks have been acting decent, and we've been involved there too. Gold miners, kind of getting going, but it really needs to, I'm going to draw the line for you to help you. Needs to push across these tops. Ran up and gap down. Ran up and reversed down. Needs to take out these tops before you'd want to get interested in it. And that's good to know. What does that tell us? Well, be careful with the gold miners. Let's continue onwards. There's gold. It's choppy also, as you can see. Lifted off here, and it's just gotten a little sloppy. So be careful with the gold and the gold miners. That's good to know, right? Continue onward. Biotechnology is picking up a little bit. What does this say? Maybe look at this ETF, although it's a bit extended now, but also look at biotechnology stocks. Oil, energy, this is lagging. I'd be careful. Oh, that's a strong lift. It's below the falling 50-day. There's not a lot of power in energy, so be careful with it. You'll see more in just a minute. Continue onwards. Software technology. Look at that, TechSoft. Look at the move. Are we involved in software technology? Oh yeah, it's been telling us to. We just get in line with what's happening, and that really helps us. Continue onwards. Medicine's picking up a little bit, but still lagging. It just pushed through the 200-day. Would be nice if this could base, cross these tops right here, form a little handle, and then take off. You could punch up IHI and see what's in that group. Continue onwards. Mid-caps picked up some. What's that tell us? The rally's spreading out a little bit. We like that. Aerospace and defense is acting decent too. Could own some defense stocks. Just kind of steadily grinding up. You can punch up ITA and find out what their top 10 holdings are. Maybe see if there's an opportunity there. That's good to know. Home builders. We own this down here. Look at the clean and simple base. Look at the volume pickup on that bar right there. And look at the trend. Leading groups, leading stocks. This is why we look at the ETFs. Because we saw this going, and there's another one coming too. You know what? That's why we're involved in home building stocks. Let's continue onwards. And I have a bad data point here on this. I'm just going to delete that bar for right now. There we go. This is picking up S&P 500 growth. That's nice to know. And it has been acting okay. It's been telling us, geez, 4 weeks ago, hey, you might want to look at some big name growth stocks. That's nice to know. Small caps picking up a little bit tells us the rally's spreading out. That's good to see. Real estate picking up a little bit. Tells us and told us the rally's spreading out. Transportation, another one. The rally has been spreading out. That's good. We just get in line with it. Airlines picking up a little bit, but still lagging. I mean, do a compare and contrast. This is about to hit 52-week highs. Airlines well off 52-week highs. It has improved, okay, but not a leadership group right now. Regional banks is acting okay. Mid-caps acting okay. Oil services, what does this tell you? And this is why we do this. In 1 second, it says, I think I'll stay away from energy services, oil services stocks. And that's good to know. Pharmaceuticals, there's not a lot of power there. Here's a great lesson for everybody. Oh, look, it's breaking out. People talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks, and it's reflected in price action backed by volume. See this breakout right here? There's no volume. I'm going to really drive home the point to show you. There it is. There's the breakout. There's no power there. And what's it do? Reverses down and does this. It gives it right back. Okay? But it was telling you, hey, there's no conviction in this stock move. Be careful buying. And we didn't. QLDs picked up some. What has this been telling us? Well, the NASDAQ 100, the big stocks are picking up. And we've got good exposure in big NASDAQ stocks. It's been telling us, hey, there's power there. Good. QQQ came same situation, excuse me. Retailing, strong. Look at the move here. This is the 8-period exponential moving average. By the way, this is the 21-day exponential, and this is the 50-day simple and the 200-day simple. I love the 21 exponential and the 8 exponential. There's a lot of work in those two a lot of research in those two moving averages. Trending nicely. What has it been saying? Hey, maybe own some retailing stocks. Continue onward. Silver, what does this tell us? Stay away from silver. I mean, that's good to know. It's good, I'll say it again. It's good to know what to buy, and it's good to know what to avoid. Steel's acting a little bit better. Look into some steel. Semiconductors, picking up. We're involved in semiconductors. It's been telling us. There you go. Continue onward. S&P 500's picked up. Yeah, we're involved in bigger stocks. SSO, same situation. Solar is picked up some, but it's really lagging. I mean, this is the 200-day. It's below the falling 200-day. It has picked up, but be a little careful with that, okay? There's a lot. Watch this. There's a lot of overhead supply in this, folks. All this up here. There are people that bought this here and still own it. There were people that bought it here and still own it. And as this stock goes up, they sit there and say, I'm back near my price. I'm going to sell. That's called overhead supply. That's a good lesson to know. Small caps picking up a bit. That's good to see. Uranium's picked up a bit. It's kind of choppy though, okay? Oil, another energy ETFs. What does this tell you? Stay away from energy. Consumer discretionary picking up some. You may be looking at that and see what's in there. It trades real thin, okay? I'm not saying buy this, but it does tell us the consumer's been buying. Consumer stocks, they're buying them. They're going. Aerospace and defense picking up a little bit. A lot of this has to do with the stuff going on with Israel and Hamas, okay? And so just a little bit of a pickup there. That's good to see in a nice trend. Continue onwards. Oops, did I miss one? There we go, I'm sorry. Biotechnology's picked up. That's nice to see. Home builders, look at that. This is another home building ETF, folks. That's why we're involved in home building. That's why we own home building stocks. It's been telling us, hey, there's power there. And they talk. Charts talk and we listen. Materials, how do you build houses? You need materials. Connect the dots. There you go. Communications is picking up a little bit. There's a little shelf right here. Possibly. And I'll draw this for you to help you. This clean top's right there. That's what we're looking for. I'll take that little arrow off. My apologies. I do like to put the names on the charts. The names are in the upper left-hand corner too. I do this as a service so that it's easier for you all to see it. So you know what it is. It's like, gosh, what is that one there? You got to squint and look in that upper left-hand corner. This just tells us not just the ticker symbol, but also, hey, what's this ETF do? What do the companies in this ETF do? Just to help you. Let's continue onward. Energy, another energy ETF. What does this say? Stay away from energy. I think I've shown you 3 energy ETFs right now in this video. And all 3 of them say stay away from energy. It's good to know what to buy. It's just as good to know what to avoid. At Mission Winners, that's what we do. Financials have been picking up and steadily trending. There you go. And it's nice to see when financials are moving, that normally has a relatively positive impact on the stock market. And that's been acting pretty good. I'm not saying buy it here, okay, but it's working. Industrial's picking up a little bit, tells us the rally spread out. XLK, technology. Yeah, we're heavy technology. It's been telling you. That's a good spot. Consumer staples still lagging. It's below the 200-day. That's the purple line. Be a little cautious with that, okay? Healthcare, some power, but a little bit tentative. Consumer discretionary, that's not too bad, trending upward. XLY. XME, metals, picking up some. That's good to see. The rally spreading out. Another energy ETF, XOP, oil and gas. I think I've shown you 3 of them, at least 3 of them. That's how you build the case. It's just stay away from energy. Retailing. And it's been saying, hey, you might want to be involved in retailing. And it's been saying that for several weeks. There you go. Just getting in line with what is. Software. This is why we're involved with software. Look at the move. Look at the trend up the ADMA. This has not closed below the ADMA for this whole move, folks. There you go. On the MAXLIST stocks. Here's Apple. We own Apple from down lower, and it's trending here. This is the daily chart. You can say, oh, it fell on a pickup in volume. But now look at the weekly. It's forming a cup here. This could form a handle and then take off again, and you've got a bigger picture weekly cup and handle. But overall, it looks fine. I'm not saying buy it here, but it looks fine. So we're letting it work. There we go. Amazon lifted off here on a pickup in volume. It looks fine. We own this from down lower, okay? And it's still working. There's a higher spot right here too that it could take out. And what catches your eyes? Look at the volume. Look at the volume pickup here. Potential tops across here could be a buy. Now it's a little bit extended above the base. How do we control risk? Good investing, folks, is not one size fits all. We always adjust share size in relation to the potential risk in the chart. It's a hair extended, so if you buy, you just buy less shares. That will help you. And people could say, well, then I won't make as much money. And my response is, I circle back to it. It's a little bit riskier up here. How do you control risk? Buying less shares. Continue onwards. Alibaba, that's why I love doing this. You just look at the chart. There's nothing there. Leave it alone. Don't, oh, maybe this is the bottom. I don't want to play the maybe game. Okay? Let's stack the deck in our favor. Here's the bottom line, folks. You're not going to see this chart set up here in any book saying this is what you look for to buy. You won't. Let's continue onwards. Same thing's true with BIDU. There's nothing good there. Google, there's a downward sloping trend line on Google. And here's the weekly chart. And I'll draw the same line for you. There you go. Needs to take out these weekly tops. And I'll do this just to help. We'll get rid of this line just to help you. There it goes. By the way, you notice that? You see that little green hash mark? That's the price alert placement. Yeah, I had that put there this week. Okay, so there it is, the little green hash mark. Now, there's a small shelf right here on the 50-day that could perhaps it could take off. And I'll draw this for you just to help you. There it is. Little base. Didn't close that bad here. Lifted up on Friday on a pickup in volume. Pushing through the 50-day, that could be a potential buy. Now, it would be an aggressive entry, okay? It's not a clean and simple base breakout. There's some overhead in it. So, and again, this is what I used to teach in the IBD meetups. Good investing is not one size fits all. We factor risk into the equation thought process and say, well, it's a little bit riskier buying it down here because of overhead supply. So if I buy, I'll buy less shares. If it keeps going, I could add. And if it takes out this line, I could add more. If it goes up a little bit here but doesn't push, as I stated, I'll buy less shares. Control risk. Good investing is not one size fits all. This is a little riskier, so we adjust control risk by doing less. Goldman Sachs has been picking up here a little bit. As you can see, MAXLIST stock, no clean entry at this point in time, but it's good to see financial, a big financial stock picking up. Nothing really to do with it here. It'd be nice if maybe it could form a handle and a bigger picture handle on the weekly. We'll watch and see, but is it for a safe entry here? No. There's Intel. See this lower level base right here? Oh, tighten this up for you. Here's where we own Intel and add it to it. Look at the base. It's clean and simple. Everybody could see it. And then it marches on up. And that's a good run. That's a good start. We're in good shape. We're just going to let it work and see what happens. Continue onward. MasterCard starts to go and then they give it right back. It's a little choppy here. Be careful with that, okay? Just a heads up. Continue onwards. Meta. See the price alert already set? I like this base that's forming here. And what catches your eye? Well, it's pushing off the 50-day, got a lift here on the weekly, and note the volume pickup here. That's good volume. You can say, oh, Pat, but that's a red bar. I'm going to give you a great lesson here, folks. Remember this. Just because it's a red bar doesn't mean it's a bad bar. At the same time, just because it's a green bar doesn't mean it's a good bar. This bar right here is a red bar. Oh, that's bad. On a pickup in volume. Note where it opened. It gapped down and then it fell, found support on the 21-day moving average, which is the blue line, that's exponential, and lifted up and closed in the top fourth of its range on a pickup in volume. Folks, they supported it there off that line. They bought it. You can say, how can I say that? Because it closed in the top fourth of its range. They bought it. And then it started to pick up again on Friday. There's some tops across here, as you can see. Taking this out here, that could be a potential buy, taking out Friday's highs. That's what we'd be looking for. Let's continue onwards. Microsoft, there's really nothing great there, folks. I mean, it had a good day Friday, but I'll draw this for you just to frame it up for you for the week. It'd be nice if this could base for a couple of days and then take out that line. I don't know if it's going to, but at Mission Winners, we always have a plan. Continue onwards. Nothing really great with it now. Let's continue onwards. Here we go. I deleted a line there, so then we go to Netflix. Now look at Netflix. What do you see here? I'll tighten this up a bit. Oh, you can see, Pat, there's a cup and a handle here on the daily. You want to see something great? And this is why I look at weeklies and dailies. And this will help you, team. I taught this, like I said, at the meetups. Look at the weekly cup and a handle. So you have a cup and a handle on lesser time frames on the daily. You have a bigger picture cup and a handle. What does it need to do? Take out these tops here with good volume and a good market. That could be a buy right up here. And again, good price action and good volume action. Continue onwards. NVIDIA is slowly starting to pick up. NVIDIA's been great to us. We had NVIDIA right in here on January 9th. There's the weekly. That was a monster run, okay? Trading right here. It's starting to pick up again. Is there a clean top across here? Well, you go to the weekly and you can say, not really. So we're just looking for momentum here to see if this can follow through, all right? What would be a potential entry, an aggressive entry? Taking out Friday's highs with volume. Something to watch. In a good market, you need all those constraints met, or don't do anything with it because it's more aggressive. It's not clean and simple. Tesla's starting to pick up here. Here's the weekly and the daily. Just got to push across these tops. I'll tighten this up so you can see here too. You can see right across here. You can see these tops. And again, this is the weekly. What do we want to see? Take out Friday's highs. Right there with volume and a good market. That could be a potential buy. There we go. I'll tighten that up a bit. Let's continue on here. We're about done. Visa starts to go and gives it right back. Look at the base on it. Visa back here though. That's still working, but there's no real clean entry right now. And notice this, it gapped up and a reverse down on a pickup in volume. They sold into it. And then we went back to the top. Anyway, that is an overview of the MAXLIST stocks. Now we have some potential candidates. Always remember this, when it's pushing through clean and simple tops, you'll want to see a volume surge on lesser time frames. That means other people see it and they're buying with you. And that's what we want.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.